children of planet Earth.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Market's gonna open pretty soon. Taking a look at all the data this morning. Jackson Hole Symposium is today. Jobless claims number came in. Initial jobless claims are down.
Hello from the children of planet
Continual jobless claims are down. Good data. So economic improvements. Actually not down. Just neat. Either way, it's good. Market moved yesterday higher on NVIDIA earnings after close. Trading pretty high. VIX is at triple B. This is something to take note of. Analyzing features in the morning, opening in between ED bands across the board. Looking clean, no craziness. We've retraced half of the down move on the S&P. I just kind of drew that middle just to show where that was. And we're at triple B on VIX. I expect today to be a day it's going to try to sell. This is a day where volatility could be introduced. So maybe one day and then it fights back. So one day here that's choppy and then it fights back and moves either up or down. So this is what we're going to see. If there's any kind of additional volatility from triple B, you want to be below here to have a nice clean bull month if there is one. Market up to 1 minute. Let's get ready to get started.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Resilience greater than 0. Me looking for the bottom of the box, the support tiebreaker from here, as long as it's greater than 0 to bounce from here to here. Scalps inside of there. DD greater than half supporting a bull zone, and BSU supporting a bull zone. So today, I'm going to let it try to retrace a little bit of these NVIDIA earnings, and I might buy the dip right up here to go back higher. Easy read day. Gonna be chill on this in the open. Don't really do much. Super easy to read that one. Wait for that, or I'm just gonna at Trisha break possibly take a long on this. Belong up on Qs. Resilience is really nice and great. So QQQ could also bounce from right here to there to give that nice initial BLU setup. Any break on side of here falls to there. Obviously, we'll test if resilience is greater than 0. Same thing. And of course, DD band support right there. So there's a bunch of potential longs to scoop dips in each one of these inflection points to scout back up or just bullseye long from the bottom. Easy read. Yeah, and we're sitting at triple B right now. So this could be the volatility to bring us down a little bit at the open. So no action here, nothing yet. Let's look at NVIDIA after earnings, what it's doing. All right. BLU on NVIDIA. So looking for NVIDIA also to have support there. So it looks like we're going to probably have one of those days where we do kind of a V-shaped move if NVIDIA and other stocks are looking like that. I'm looking at just bullish setups here. See what things coming on the stocks. Oops, I thought I picked that already. Some bull runners today. Just quickly, futures. This little red line here is just like arbitrarily just marking like the halfway point of the move down. Don't put too much stock into it. Just showing where we were relative to the move to see if we've moved up at least halfway, just for knowledge purposes. Looks like we're running towards lower DD, so it's going to watch DD float today. Clearly, market goes irrational. We break through and touch DD band and break down. So DD float is the first inflection point where it doesn't want to touch this lower band and then break up and go higher. So a little first initial bounce will come right from here as the float tries to take advantage. This is a rule that says that the DD ratio is greater than half. You're not going to be touching these lower bands before the upper band. It doesn't want to. If it does, it means trouble. So if this somehow pushes and touches this band, float failure is what we call it. Float failure just means a destabilized part of the markets. Let me show you what DD float looks like. You have cheat sheets that go over this. Those of you Rocket Scooter members. Pull up the float. Get all these documents. They go over these different moves in my cheat sheet section of the Discord. What it is that you have this area where the market is very hedged against those edges. And if the ratio is greater than half, the desire is to push higher rather than lower over time. And so what we notice is that you don't see it even touch the lower band. And if it does, it's bad. So if you touch the lower band, we call it float failure. It's just a magical force that seems to just keep it away from this line. And if it just barely taps it, even just once, the market destabilizes from there. And it does random things. So from here, it's random at this point, either up or down. So in the event the DD is bullish, it's going to want to avoid or repel the bottom. And the fact that it didn't in NASDAQ It's a float failure situation. So we call this, okay, we say, okay, DD float failure. The market is going to randomly react from here in a very violent way. And don't trust what you see. What most people do is a long right on the edge. The DD ratio agrees. But you know that you can't trust anything you see after that. It could rally and then hold and then sell some more. It can dip really hard and then rally back up. It becomes random and violent. So it's a small trade. If one makes one. Small position size, especially in your trading futures. And then know that it's just risk management. Whatever your stop is, your reward must be greater than your risk. And you build like a wider position for a bigger move up based on the other fundamentals. So here, what we don't typically teach is chasing shorts. But see, I see it like this and I go, float failure, damn it. It's going to be one of those days where it wasn't strong enough to avoid collapsing through that band. So it's trying to give up basically like all of what NVIDIA gave at the end of the day, which is what we said this morning, expecting a little bit of that. Like I'm not touching it just yet. And of course, fixed by triple V. So we know how strong that is as well. This is the day where we're going to expect the volatility to try to creep back into the market. So easy peasy. Let this one just kind of sit out, or simmer down a little bit. I'm not chasing out the door, and obviously just kind of keep an eye on the things that move this. So I'm gonna trade SPY, for instance, or S&P. Clearly positive resilience pushes higher. Now resilience is negative, right? So the expectation is we're down to here. So today I'm gonna take a long trade from here, scalping it to there at minimum, seeing what Res is doing. Pivot it this way or pivot it that way. You can't hear me? What? Check, check, check. Oh, okay. My bad. Good deal. Okay, you want any tickers you want to look at real quick? So it's just gonna sit on this and wait kind of day. The market will try to sell this off today, so be very careful. The NVIDIA pop was a place where a lot of bears and bulls were waiting to take action. Right? Everybody knew it was going to come in good, come in hot. Flying cat. Yeah, pretty much like I'm having a little snack myself. DD band was breached. Time to have breakfast, let it sit out. I'm going to wait about an hour before I look at this again. Watch that resilience number. Very, very strong, right, indicator of the sentiment from here. So resilience being negative means that we could fall down another 10 points in the S&P. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick. Or something else to eat. What do you make of the sell-off versus monthly maps? This is just pretty normal, as this is where The market's relaxing in the new monthly map, right? It's showing the bullishness that we said we would get. And just people that are still looking for highs to react from to sell. You're just getting those waves. Right now, this is just volatility. This has nothing to do with bearishness. VIX is at triple B. You can expect there to be an attempt for a fight. The triple B level in the VIX is a big deal, as we all know. Today is just this. That's all this is. This is today. Like, today's going to be a fight right here to determine if the market's still volatile and crazy or bearish or bullish. Can you show us how to do quickly? We're actually automating that. And that should be released today. I told him to release it today. We have a bot that does a calculation. It puts the numbers in Discord. And then the new release that's going to come out probably this morning, I'm going to push it live, will have the DD bands automated. As long as you have futures data, you'll have DD bands populate on your charts. Okay, so monthly map. Let me make that infographic today for monthly maps. What you're actually looking for on bull zone. Let me show you. Great question, guys. Bull zone. You're actually looking at the bottoms of this bull zone. What you care about is the bottoms. Like what it's doing. And, and then for bear zone, you're looking like at the top. So it's the slope of the lines I'm drawing, the white lines. If the bull zone is pointing down or up, indicates changing strength over time. So if the bull zone points down, then that's actually more bulls. If the bull zone points up, it's less bulls. It's opposite of what you see. So bull zone pointing down, more bulls. This case, bear zones point down, fewer bears. Bear zone points up, more bears. In this case as well, bear zones pointing down still, fewer bears, more bulls. Yeah, I would buy ES 443. But not expecting it to move today. I want the monthly maps to still hold up. Still shows, bullish support over time. This could be a nice red candle. And then, of course, we still push higher. Today is just, we've had like 3 or 4 green days in a row, right? So this could be just that little red day in the middle of it all. Just the test. We could retrace pretty much half of what we gained today. But I expect this to start rallying by tomorrow. So today is the day not to, for me, just to sit out and kind of chill. Palantir, like some of these. Okay. Just quickly reminding those of you that are here, today's going to be a day where we're volatile. So going into tomorrow, you're going to want to see this continuing to decay, depress, find lower lows. And that's where we're going to see that bullishness. This is just volatility. Volatility is going to be wider V's spreading out the bid and ask. Here's your Palantir. Bull long up from 15 support. These are entry points for a lot of these things if those are on the bull side. If I were trying to long this, this would be where I would personally trade from. The market's very bullish from here for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Today's monthly map looks very similar to today's. Look how NVIDIA's panning out. Well, NVIDIA's just strong and bullish the whole way up. Stronger bull side, weaker bear side. NVIDIA's still holding the fort. Remember, on these days where that kind of float failure happens, you just can't trust anything. The market's going to do random things. I promise you that. I'm still fighting a cold too, so pardon my coughing and stuff. And that's like just trying to find its way lower. I think this is red line that I marked right here. It's not the red line. It's just, I think it was like a, I'm gonna be able to check on them. Oh wait, no, it's the one from the downside. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys some tricks. Now I was just showing the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark yesterday's IRL. Be very important for analysis purposes, right? Here's the trick. All right, let's find some. All right, perfect. A little place to start right here. You can measure it exactly. If y'all have been trained on this, you can see exactly what I just drew. Let's see that. Oh no, this trick. Okay. Oh, so that already came through. Let's do a different one. Let's start from here. Already cleared that one out. So this trick, what I'm doing is to find where the pivots are in the Nasdaq on the downside. As we trade lower. All right, I was just marking it. Just to see if there's anything from yesterday. Right here. Gonna mark this. It's a technique we teach called illiquidity pivots. This is one of the best tools you can have, especially when trading outside of DD bands. Illiquidity pivots are your go-to for support and resistances. These are one of our most legacy techniques. These are what we use these for years, even before Rock Series came out. This is a manual trick. Watch these levels when you touch them. This technique is so good. There will be a high volume pivot when you interact with it. Like today, where my mouse currently is, it would be a downside support target from here. Easy peasy. And watch this. If I did it right, sure I did. Watch this. Oh! Oh, there it is. Watch this. There's your volume pivot right there. This is all this morning. Look at all this activity there. So breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. Your first support target is always here. You see how it's just pressing its way lower to hit that imbalance. Pretty good. It's one of the best tricks. It's literally sitting there right now. How cool is that? Okay, let's do one for the S&P. You like that? So IRL and run length are two of the best tricks that we have for trading outside of DD bands. These illiquidity pivots are smooth, very smooth techniques. They're easy, they're manual, you can draw them. We teach the technique in our courses, so if you're in the extended trial, you can see all the course stuff that walks over through how to do this. It's section 3 called exit targets. Here's yesterday. All right, let's see what the S&P is doing yesterday. Same stuff, same spot. Don't really see any volatility. Big. That one's hard to identify, but that's close enough. That V was really small. Wait a minute. I forgot where I marked it. Okay, let's go back to yesterday. Go back. Oh, okay. There it is. So each time there's an event like this, there's always two of them. You're always going to mark both of them. Now, of course, this is just an arbitrary. I was just gently marking the halfway point. Let's delete that. Doesn't mean anything. And let's go ahead and put this up here. That one was touched yesterday, so let's go ahead and remove that. So these pivots will sit there forever. They will always be there until they're touched. So now you're building support on the way up. Please tell me to mark those on the wrong. Oh, no. I marked those on the wrong chart. Oh, well. We'll come back to that later. I think QQQ is being a little more sensitive right now than the S&P is. All right, let's go back to QQQ. Like the bull trade is just back on. I mean, look at this. It's probably a long entry point on Qs. Monthly maps are looking strong again, bullish again. SPY giving back all its losses at the open. Russell's starting to move higher. Why is the S&P so strong? Just other sectors. I mean, you have to look at, in times like this, they're going to detach from each other. Look at today. The Nasdaq is very heavily weighted on communications, tech, healthcare. You got real estate killing it today, utilities killing it today. S&P has things that the Nasdaq doesn't have. So you have the two strongest sectors today are independent of the Nasdaq. Nasdaq doesn't even contain companies for those sectors, right? So you're going to see that, like I said, flow failure is a weird day. When you see that, don't trust things easily, right? Resilience is a little bit of a delay. We're back at hedge pressure. All right, so DD bands will be released tonight. Those of you, make sure you are in Pro Plus. If you have your futures account set up, you need the futures data to power that. They will be available to you tomorrow morning. How exciting. Watch list coming out tomorrow morning. It's a basic watch list, but a watch list nonetheless. One for you to put your favorites on. Easily click between them. Automated DD bands, and of course risk intervals automated as well. So the bots are going to be removed. The processes for the bots will be removed, and so no more bot. So little by little, my manual workload every day is gonna weaken up, which is great. If you remember, every time I'm on vacation or every time I'm somewhere, I always got to I got to carry my computer everywhere I go. And of course, I always pull over to the freaking side of the road and remote in or I'll like, or not remote in, what is it? Hotspot in. And then run these bot calculations while they're waiting for me. If I'm at the movies or something, like I can't have them on time if I'm not there every minute of the day at that time. So now, guess what? No longer waiting for Matt for DD bands. The very next step is dynamic after all of this. Sorry about that. My computer's up in blue screen of death for some reason. No clue what's going on there. I'm gonna go check, make sure I'm not some weird overclock settings or something. Yep, you have to have futures data to have automated DD bands. There's only one way to get it. So what we do, yeah, if you're not planning to trade futures, you have to have futures data to have futures indicators. So you can park money in the account, pay, it's like $1 a month. They make you put in like a $500 minimum just to get that. There's no way around it's institutional. I'm sorry, it's regulatory. There is DD band is just a futures only calculation. It's only done in futures. You'll just have to trade. If you don't have the data, you'll just have to trade without it. We're not going to give it out to you anymore. It's a feature you're going to have to pay for your data. As a video shows what we get with futures in terms of levels. We're creating them one at a time, so we'll make the content to let you know what you get with futures. DD bands, risk intervals, yellow lines, red lines are all coming out with futures. Dynamic overnight hedge pressures, those things that the bot produces, also will be futures. You'll have to have futures for all of that going forward. So every new release that we come out with one of the new indicators, we're removing the bot. The bot just hands it out. Like, you know, I do it manually and get out the information, but we're gonna close the bot down. So no more Discord bot for those things. EdgeClear is a partner broker we work with. Yes. Says at this point, the only place to get futures data from is from EdgeClear. That's our first futures broker that we have. Yeah, and so basically just like, you know, park money in there and just pay for your data, even if you don't use it. That's what most people are going to do. All right, so in that mode where I was looking for lower bull zone support on SPY, pushing higher. And you see the S&P's pushing a little higher, and QQQ was pushing a little lower. Remember that DD band float failure, you can't trust anything from there. The market's going to randomly do stuff. This is that volatility we talked about. This is that triple B mentality. The market's got big volatile swings. Don't necessarily think this is bullish or bearish. Just let it do its thing. Breaking hedge pressure and continue to go would be bullish. Resilience has rescued itself to support at half gap. Now, again, a little bit of a delay here, but we got right in. Resilience got right above zero and kept going. So right here, one can see that we're going to fill the gap this way. So at the midpoint, you can see it was resistance, and then once resilience popped above zero, what I love about resilience is so good. Market's trying to sell from here, and resilience is getting better and better and better, and then all of a sudden it popped and kept going. How cool is that? This was right at zero and then slightly above it, right here where my mouse is. So by the time you got to this candle, you knew it was going to fill the gap. Now from here, like I said, this is just weird hard trading. It's kind of that weird irrational volatile moment. DD band float failures make weird things happen. We know that's going to happen. This is why I just take the trade I want, and if I don't get it, I miss out. I'm not like, okay, shit, I'm missing out. Let me get on this rally. I'm going to miss on the big thing. I know I'm not going to do anything from here. Just kind of waiting on it. Will risk interval bot be available for pro users? No, you have to upgrade to Pro Plus, and I'm going to let you know all of our prices are about to go up. Everybody's price is going to go up, and the extended trial price is no longer going to be $35. That's going up as well. All of our prices are going up in a matter of weeks. So you must have Pro Plus to have anything related to futures. The bot's going away. Pro will not have any access to any of the future stuff. Futures is a Pro Plus only feature. So what it means is you need to lock in Pro Plus now before the prices go up. And that's what everybody needs to do. Just keep that in mind. No, the BSU, all of it's still in play. It's just I'm not trading, like I'm not chasing things. I'm letting the market stabilize and only trade off of pivots. Like I'm letting it do what it's trying to do. BSU is still active from here to here, right? Bull zone is still support. That's what I'm waiting for. It's the first thing I said this morning. I'm not trading inside of here. I'm just waiting for this. My screen is lagging. What do you mean? Yeah. So everybody here, like I said, we're going to extended trial is likely going to $50. Like if you lock in Pro Plus now, it's under $100 a month. That is going away too. That deal will not be there anymore. All of our prices are going to go up to support the future development of the platform. So our base price is $200 a month for Pro Plus. The deal price and this launch, who says it's not going to last forever, will be under 100. So if you're not locked in, and you get lifetime, which will lock you in forever, or you get your Pro Plus now. But if you don't get it now, you'll forever be out. We won't miss the cutoff. You have to take whatever it is. So make sure you upgrade now if you're trying to get into it. There'll be pop-ups on your platform that'll have a deal, or if you don't have a pop-up, you don't qualify, then just message me. I'll give you a code. No, the trial is considered Pro only. Pro Plus is what you pay for. Pro is going to look just like my screen here, with no futures data. So anything that's like futures and onward plus all the extra stuff coming out is Pro Plus only. Pro will not have the ability to play with any of this stuff that's coming out. All the AI things are building, all that's going to be Pro Plus. Pro will just be what you see pretty much now. Send me a message in Discord, and I'll give you a code and show you how to upgrade. Yeah. Will bot be available? No more bot. 0 bots anymore. Bots are manually run by me once a day, which means at 5:45 Eastern every day of my entire life, whether I'm on vacation, whether I'm at the gym, whether I'm at the spa, whether I'm sleeping, whatever. I wake up and manually run that bot for y'all. And I've been doing it for fucking I don't know how many years. I'm done. I'm done running the bot. I have to manually do the calculation. Now, we have a Discord bot that can automate spitting it out to Discord, but it's a pro. It would, if we did the automation of our current Discord bot, would grab the calculation from Rocket Scooter and then publish it in the Discord to Pro Plus only roles. That's another story. The manual bot, as you know it, is going away. So down the road, we can probably automate that to keep posting in the Discord, but it would be for Pro Plus only, even if we did that. Matt's the bot. Matt pushes a button that triggers the calculation, that triggers the bot that makes the publication. DD bands, going forward, you need to be Pro Plus. I don't care if you set up Edge Clear or not. So on the platform, you set up a brokerage account to get them. If we do have a project to take the bot and publish those numbers from the platform in the Discord for Pro Plus only users, that's another thing. But that's not on the plans like immediately. So there will be a time where you will be without DD bands. Because I just thought of it now. I said, well, you know, we do have the Astrobot. The Astrobot is the bot you connect your Discord to, which could just publish it for Pro Plus only folks. What the thing is that the goal is to have, you have to be in Pro Plus to get it. So we're kind of against publishing it in the Discord because people are going to share it and yada yada. It's a Pro Plus feature. Cool. Got Pro Plus lifetime. Oh, awesome. So appreciate you guys, you know, like send me messages. If you need it, send me a message and I'll get to done with the stream. And that was always the plan, is to have actual meaning to the packages. Pro Plus, or Def. Pro is going to be like your current platform. Scanner, liquidity maps, some alerts, display features, resiliences, the big three, etc. Right? Pro Plus would be futures, AI journaling, backtesting, all that stuff is Pro Plus feature. So all the new stuff coming out at the bottom, new tabs and things, will be only Pro Plus. So the trial will get to like do what you see here. Oh, Alexander, you're 30 seconds behind. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. There's that SPY long entry right here. Resilience is good. Here we go. Textbook. Now remember, grain of salt because we did have DD float failure. Textbook though. Bull zone support. Resilience greater than 0. Mr. Reward's pretty okay. I would, whatever I'm trying to achieve, a trade to fill the gap again from here to there. This cough is brutal. Love you guys, and thanks for like hanging in here through my nasty cold. My cold sucks. It didn't help that I don't smoke a lot, like pretty much ever. So my brother's 40th birthday, we busted out some Cubans and some scotch, and so we're like drinking, smoking, just sitting there puffing on a cigar, and that made my cold a little worse. More like an allergies type cold. Yeah, the minimum is $500, not $5K. Not 5,500. I thought that's what it was. Get some Scissorp. Oh yeah. Some Diamond Tap and Sprite. So no edge clear account, no bot ever. Yeah, no more manual bot. If we automate a bot to do the post, we have to, like I said, I can't guarantee I'm gonna do it. The goal is, the answer is no. You need to have Pro Plus and have a broker account to get your futures data. So that's it. So no more overnight hedge. No, that's still gonna be there, but that's also going away when we automate that into the platform as well. Goals of the platform do everything. You guys love me, I know, because I've been doing this for years. I don't matter if I'm on a trip. Nicole is always like, "Hey Matt, you gotta do your calcs," and I'm like, "Oh shit, let's go somewhere at the coffee shop." Like we'd be on a vacation, and I stop in the middle of vacation. We plan our dinners, we plan our workouts around that damn bot. So I love doing it. I mean, I love my job, but for like 2, 3, I don't know how many years we've been doing it. I always, every day, nonstop, click the button. If I can't do it, or I mess it up somehow, or the bot freezes up, like I do it, I click the button, we run out, we go get back to life or whatever. And somebody will message me, "Hey, the bot froze up," and then y'all are out without the data because I can't get back to my computer. And y'all don't be waiting on somebody pushing the button anymore. And the reason I do manual calcs is because I don't trust putting hedge pressure information anywhere on the server, on like cloud documents or whatever. I keep everything manual. I carry hedge pressure calculations around on a thumb drive in my car keys, or on a computer on local files, and then I run the documents. I spit the answers to a cloud document, which triggers the bot's webhooks. So, you know, I have to carry my computer with me, or that flash drive with me as a backup in case I got to go on someone else's computer. So it's a huge process to run that bot every day. We do not do trade evade at this time. We just do edge clear. New to Rocket Scooter, what's up? What's up? The first step boot camp straight out the door. First thing you guys will need to do is get into that boot camp. I'm glad. Welcome to the team, by the way. So here's how this works. And again, we're gonna really I want everybody to at least stick around for like 3 months, right? Because we're gonna go through and refilm a lot of the boot camp videos because of the new features in the platform. We'll now demonstrate DD bands, like not through Thinkorswim, but through the platform itself. You go straight through the boot camp. You're gonna learn 5 risk management rules and infographics to tell you what's irrational, rational. And that has to do with how big I bet. Red, green, yellow is size of bets. It matches the alerts, red, green, and yellow. Green is a normal bet, yellow is a half-size bet, red is a small bet, or sit out. Entries will get the big 3, which is liquidity maps, resilience, and DD. Exits are going to be exit targets, which are really cool tricks. Gap fills, liquidity and illiquidity pockets, red and yellow lines, which we talked about this morning, illiquidity pivots. So it's like how much to bet, or when to sit out, where to get in, where to get out. Trade plans, like putting it all together. See how this works? Putting it all together. Trade styles goes into options, futures, things like that. Fundamentals teaches how to read markets fundamentally. We're going to commitment traders. We'll have some more monthly map videos in there. And then extras are just extra videos that kind of don't go fully into the curriculum, but they're important. So go through that boot camp, and then of course, if you want a quick reference, each one of our tools has its own reference area. This is like an older thing where we started making videos, but you could go through like I need information about DD bands, and this goes through some extra information. Yellow lines, red lines we did today, ratio, things like that. Just kind of go into a little more info. Bots and indicators. Actually, sorry, hold on. Platform tutorials are going to give you like, small videos to teach you how to use the platform, what each of the tools are and how to maneuver through them. Not necessarily teaching you how to trade, but teaching you what the tools are. And all your cheat sheets that we've made are here as well. Will the education videos be updated to no longer use the bots? Yeah, CC, you nailed it, man. That's basically why we're going to redo them. But we're going to redo the whole, pretty much like a lot of the bootcamp videos to reflect the new setup and setting up the bands and all the dynamic stuff inside of the platform. Yep. Get some tea and honey and lemon and turmeric. Ooh, that's a good idea. Some zinc if you have any. Thanks. Appreciate that. Which bot are we talking about? Eventually, all the bots are going to go away. Like the risk interval bot is going to go away. As soon as probably tonight. And so will the DD bands bot. Dynamic will go away as things go into the platform. Those bots are just going to go away. Now, when you click on that link, it will take you to there, and they will walk you through it. There should be instructions that tell you what to do. If it's not clear, let me know. But when you talk to them, you just tell them it's through Rocket Scooter. Rocket Scooter is greater than Spot Gamma. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate your opinion on that. Hey, Matt, when DD functionality getting pushed tonight? It's pushed right now to the test server. I just approved it, and it's getting pushed tonight. The only reason it's not getting pushed now is because it requires a server restart, which we never really aim to do in the middle of a trading day. Since this is a server-based process, we have to restart the server. It's going to kick everybody out. We don't want to do that until tonight. So tomorrow morning, DD bands are automated. Risk intervals will be right here. There'll be a tab called risk interval, and they'll be all listed right here. Let me show it to you guys real quick. Hold on. So remember, we need you all to be in Pro Plus for this to work. If you're behind, that's what we're talking about today. Let me show you the test server. Let me log in. Ready, you guys? Here it is. I think QQ will go down the whole thing. No, I don't. It's hard to say. That just today's one of those days I'm just gonna let play out, right? It's float failure. It's not really worth taking a guess on. Just watch the indicators. QQ is pulling back, S&P and everything's hanging in there. Okay. Here's the features coming out tomorrow. Here are your... I think he calls this risk interval band. Let's go ahead and make sure. I'll make a few notes here. Some little quickie notes on this. You want to see how to make a trading platform? Y'all ready for this? Here's how you make a trading platform. You get Microsoft Paint. Oops. Easy peasy. Look at that. It's like, get out your crayons, do some drawings. All right, so I'm gonna make a note. This needs to be like this. We need to call it DD. Use engineering notation. red is delete. Drop that in there. Okay. There's that. Mastery paint class. Connections tab. Have your connections there. Watch list is going to be something that I need to test. So you'll be able to click between things in your watch list now. Let's see if that's... Hold on, let me see if that needs actual slash. That's the one thing we need. So that did not pull up. Let me try. Slash f dot us dot epu 23 maybe. Also, to watch list too. Let me get him the notation on this. Ask him which one is it. This is a quickie bug check I'm gonna do real quick. Essentially, this is a way for you to have a simple favorites list to just click between your favorites real quick. And you can't rearrange or anything. It's just very basic, but it's good enough, right? So most people just organize whatever it is they're looking at. So you said look at QQQ. All right, let's go. Okay, right from the watch list. Okay. Remember, DD float failure, just let the market settle out. Don't even try to make any decisions here. Those are like sit out days, right? We're breaking DD bands. Just sit out, let it do its thing. Risk intervals will be here with the actual ticker as well. And the risk interval. ES, so we call f.us.ep. So we're giving you like, let me separate that out a little bit better too. And that'll also serve as your ticker list. This is not being done to look pretty because we're about to reface the whole platform. This is done as a stopgap as we're in the middle of doing some bigger things. So it's just good enough to get you the information. And we're going to be, let's product name. Here. Master class in Microsoft Paint. Okay, this is a couple little things we're going to do. I'm going to put this over here. That. We'll call it contract code. Actually, we'll call it contract ticker. Actually, because I want to call this is the CME symbol right here. So we're going to call this like CME. Actually, contract, and we'll call it Rocket Scooter contract code. Let's call it the ticker. Ticker nomenclature, contract ticker. What should we call it? This is the contract and this is the ticker code, ticker IP. Yeah. Like this is the Rocket Seer equivalent. This is the CME contract name. This is the ticker. Ticker ID. There's ticker. That's good enough. Yeah, people will understand that. Okay. A few more changes. Okay. Any comments you guys have before I push this? It's gonna come out looking just like this. Product name. Good enough. Okay, good. All right. So everything will be here. Your risk intervals will be labeled here for Pro Plus as well, which is great. Risk interval, your yellow lines will also be there as well. And that's it. So I'm excited. A rudimentary watch list with no additional server process. That's the whole thing. So the next step is to optimize the platform. We weren't creating like an interactive watch list, which is like the scanner that presents information that ticks with a new WebSocket. We're just creating a favorites list. So I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess that did work. It is F. Okay, cool. So that did work. Perfect. Okay. So essentially, I want it like this so I can flip back and forth between like the different charts. Now here's one thing when I switch. It worked one time, but it didn't work this time. We need to speed this up too. So futures on the watch list is a little slow right now. Whatever's going on. Okay. We good. All right. On one page? Yeah, so you can currently do that. By now, again, not on the same page. What we have a way to do it where you pop out different instances of the chart. So you can pop out, like, you can have multiple charts. You put up your QQQ here, and then you click this button to save your layout. See how this works? So essentially, you can organize your windows however you want them and query as many charts as you want. You can pop the scanner out, pop these little charts out. You guys didn't know what to Y'all got to go watch the platform tutorials. There's a whole tutorial video on how to do that. So platform tutorials is what goes over the new features. And when we come up with like new features, platform tutorial walks you through it. There's a whole video called multi-charts. So these are like features, platform features. Like, call them like, why don't we call it features? overview. That distinguishes that from being educational trading. So like we released a video back in June on multi-charts and how to do it. See, remember, DD float failure, don't play. Like there's days we just sit out and let it do its thing. That's the best part about the float failure days. It's just a fucked up day. You don't want to really fight too hard on it. Like let it just figure out what it wants to do. Right? I didn't take that bull trade from the bottom of the bull zone. I didn't do anything yet. You deserve to smack. That's right, Robbie. Get the program. Get the program. QQs. Yeah, I mean, honestly, everyone's waiting for that high from NVIDIA to start creating some selling. This is where the market's going to figure out what it wants to do. Triple B on VIX. These are all normal things, you know, that we obviously know, you know, market's just going to be the way it's going to be today. Let today happen. Like, just let today happen. Tomorrow's going to be where it makes the decision will be known a little better about where we're going. Bulls on the bear zone, obviously not the most prominent, or not the easiest thing to see. The float failure creates an instance like that. Down the road, there's more of a probability. If I were in any kind of long trade down here from whatever case, kissing the bull zone would be where I'd exit and get out of the way. But yeah, so I mean, I didn't do anything today. I'm sitting out, letting it just fall. Know how this works. Easy, easy. Hold on, let me write some announcement at everyone. All right. Why did I not continue doing those funded challenges? Well, my goal is to do them in our platform now. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So, it's a business thing. Like, you know, I talked to my friends over at Trade of 8 and told them, hey, you know, I'd like to API connect it to your platform. I'm giving you a lot of free publicity and press for your brokerage service, you know, by showing off live trading in your platform. Like, well, you know, since we merged with NinjaTrader, we closed the API down. We're not allowing third-party developers. You know, circle back at the beginning of 2024. This is what the president told me, and the CEO of Ninja, both of them, president of technologies. They both told me the same thing. It's like, you know, we love you, Matt, but you know, it's the merger. We're still figuring out where we're going with this, and circle back at the beginning of the year, and we'll see if, you know, that's something we're going to open back up. So we can't connect to Trade of 8, and I was always using Trade of 8. So since they're not letting third-party developers like us connect to the API anymore. It's a smart decision on their part for what they're trying to accomplish. It makes sense. Clearly, Ninja and Tradeovate are one company now. Ninja's a platform. They're supporting that platform and no other platforms. So it makes sense. They're trying to create their market share off of that. So I am in rebellious nature, no longer showing their platform on my stream and handing out publicity to a direct competitor anymore. So the goal is to get futures into Rocket Scooter and then launch live trading challenge through our broker, which is EdgeClear. So that's what I'm going to do going forward. Which, when we go through the platform slowdown, which is going to be like, as soon as these last little tidbits are done, the Pro Plus stuff, we're going to do an optimization project. So for a couple months, platform's getting just this huge optimization overhaul, speed it up, clean it up, make it work super efficient, super fast, upgrade the servers, upgrade the database, migrate everything to be super efficient. And in that time, I'm going to launch my trading challenge here. But literally the minute I got off the meeting with them, they're like, we're just not opening the door to third-party developers at this time. Was the last time you saw me stream from a Tradeovate account. So if you think about it, and I love them to death, and there's no bad blood between them. I hope one day they open it back up. But until they do, I don't want to, I'm going to be trading in my own account and my own platform instead of someone else's. So my goal is to put everything on our screen. And so maybe that will entice them to allow us to connect to Tradeovate when they see that, we're creating a lot of business for EdgeClear, but we'll see how that goes. How do I scan for all stocks currently trading BLU right now? Oh, great question. So what you're going to do is you're going to add liquidity map here. Let's kind of clear out the scanner. Okay. Liquidity map, go here. You can search for, you want all the bullish ones like this. You can just click that button, add all 4 of them, and then that's okay. Now you have them here. Jeff. If you want ones that are just trading BLU, then you just would select BLU only. Yes, sir. And then you would find, like, you can search for a couple other things. Like, let's find a BLU setup. Distance to hedge pressure. T-Mobile is an example. Actually, it just broke through, so wonder if looks like my scanner process is not connected. Oh, reconnect. There we go. So BLU, there we go. XLV, JP Morgan, etc. Now, if you want to find some that are even more bullish, you can go through which ones are BLU with the hedge pressure break on top of that. So we can find, like, SOX S, SQQQ. Can't say enough good things about EdgeClear. You've been happy with Max and Ian for years. Oh yeah, dude, Max and Ian, the whole team over there. They're great. Murad. He's super cool. They're all great over there. I love them to death. And the Tradeovate folks are great too. It's just their business plan is to focus on Ninja and their own platform rather than development and connectivity to other groups. So until they do that, I would love to have a connections tab connect your Tradeovate account. That'd be lovely. But they said they're not doing it anymore. I tried to pull some strings with some little bit of clout and micro amount of influence I do have to try to say, you know our network, you know how big we are, you know how much traffic we bring. They're like, yeah, we know, trust me, we know, we'd love to do it at some point, maybe. This is not what we're doing now. And I'm like, all right, is there anything I could do to, help you guys expedite that decision-making process. You really need to let third-party, the future is connectivity. You need to let third-party developers develop. Connect to your brokerage service. So the API, you close it down, open it back up. Yeah, so it's kind of like, okay. That would be dope, though. To connect, I want to connect as many brokers as I can. That would be great. But yeah, EdgeClear is super great. People will be able to see those challenges on the Zoom calls and how it works with the platform. Yeah, like I'll probably just start doing a account challenge here. Just grow an account in the futures account that I have here. The only reason I'm not doing it now is because I'm testing futures, right? So like I funded the account with a little bit of money just to be able to fire off orders and make sure everything works. And it's just sitting there to do that. Like I don't want to be in the middle of a challenge. Then the developer's like, hey, can you test out by ordering a couple of things real quick? So it's like I'm starting whenever futures are finished, which is the final little steps and pieces we're doing now. And then after that, I'll launch a challenge here. Rocket Scooter challenge. Yep. All right, you guys. Looks like the market's kind of just doing what the market wants to do. DD float failure, like I said, is just a shit situation. Never trust what you see after that. Market's going to do random market stuff, and looks like today's deciding to sell off. That's that triple B on the VIX you're playing with. So let this day just be this day. Don't bag hold. Don't try to chase. Don't be like, shit, I need to get back to shorting. Oh crap, I need to just. This is a day where things just get a little wonky. You can see that when you go to irrational markets, even resilience has a little bit of a delay as well. Resilience is not giving us those early warning signals because the market jumps irrational. You're outside of DD bands, the markets are irrational. Resilience means typically the stocks will trade before the index. In this particular case, the index is selling off before the stocks have a chance to catch up. So the index is being squeezed first. What is DD float failure? Okay, let me show you this really quick. And then we're gonna. All right. So DD float is a principle that states that when you are trading in between the bands and markets are rational, the ratio is very predictive as to which band you don't touch first. If it were to touch a band first with a very bullish DD, it would want to touch the top band before the lower band because it's a bull market. And if you have the case where the index is selling off or it's bullish stocks. And so what we noticed, we observed this, is that there's always this little interesting buffer of like air pocket where the price just doesn't touch the band most normal days. So for rationality to be preserved, you'll notice there's like a magnet just pushing it away. It will not touch the band. If it touches the band just one time when it shouldn't have, so bullish DD, it wants to touch the upper band. Bearish DD wants to touch the lower band. So if it does the opposite of that and touches the wrong band first, we call it a float failure. The float is there's enough hedging at those interfaces to ward off any unusual selling. So if you just touch that line, whether it rallies or not, it's completely random from there. So that's the float failure is on this particular, and there's a video on it. It just states that if it touches the band that it shouldn't be touching, it's completely irrational and random from there. It's gonna do random stuff like we did today, like random stuff like the S&P randomly rallied to high and then started selling off. This is exactly what float failure does. It's like hitting an icy patch on a road and your car's just hydroplaning. It just goes all over the place. It's very unpredictable and wild. There's enough selling pressure to overwhelm the structure of the market. Just don't play with it today. It's an early warning sign to get out of the way. They're ridiculously predictable as to how much the market destabilizes. So Livewire, if that makes sense. There's a video on it. If it does what it shouldn't do, this is what our indications are so good at. If it does something it shouldn't do, don't be like, oh, well, the indicator said it should do this. It should always do this. No, if it's doing the opposite of what the probabilities say it should do, then there's your warning sign. It's time to get out of the way. Like an example, we should be holding the bull zone right now. But we're not, because float failure just fucked the market up today. You go irrational, then all of our rules just don't really apply. So I know that, you know, right here, while I could probably long with a stop, I'm no longer trying to trade this to the long side or the short side. I'm just kind of sitting out on the side. Yeah, they'll be automated tonight. So tonight they'll be automated on the charts. How do you find the DD lines? Right now there's well, all the indicators have videos on them. So the lines are done here. Risk managers, the very first video of the boot camp. So Mr. Jeff, go here to the boot camp. The very first video is DD bands, how to do them. Currently, I produce the numbers from a bot on a daily basis. So every night, right when futures market opens, a little bit before, we'll publish the numbers. This is going away tonight, and instead it will be in the platform itself. You never seen DD below 50 on SPY. It's only been below 50 on SPY this year 2 times. That's a testament to the bull market from October. There are still stocks stuck in the bull zone. And in a bear zone, in a bear market where you're trading down, like for the years we were trading down, it goes 0.3, 0.4. You'll see that. This is why right now we are selling off in a bull market. It's just healthy selling in a bull market. It's not a bear market yet. DD is still strongly bullish. We are still above monthly hedge pressure. There's bullish gamma for the month. There's bullish stocks. Monthly map shows growing bull positions. Bulls are stronger, bears are weaker. This is selling in a bear market, in a bull market. And DD has been positive through all of this. That's why I'm not tricked, and that's why I'm not tricked here. This is not selling off from here. This is rallying for the rest of the month, in my opinion. All the signs are there. Just let today fucking sell off, and then walk away, and that's my plan. Just let it sell off, let it do its thing, come back tomorrow, hit it with a long trade if there is one. Yeah, SC, and it's great. That's how good DD is at isolating what market we're really in, right? Yeah, Disney 52-week low. Disney is just, honestly, Disney used to be one of my favorite companies. I could be more disappointed in a company than Disney. They have gone to complete dog shit over the last couple of years. Ever since they took over Star Wars and Marvel, they are just pumping out garbage as fast as they can. I mean, every new Star Wars thing is just mediocre. It's too much, too fast, too many things. There's no connection. Star Wars was like a connection thing. You just, you know, there's so much content, you just don't like any of it anymore. You know what I mean? I was so happy. It's like, oh, Disney's going to make, you know, a good Star Wars movie every 3 or 4 years. No, they're making like a new Star Wars spinoff every couple of months. There's a new one now with a new Jedi and all this. I'm just like, no, I was like, I thought I'd be excited to see Ewan McGregor come back as Obi-Wan, and there's an Obi-Wan show now, and I haven't even had any desire to watch it. It's like watching Disney Star Wars movies now. It's like eating sand. It's just a flavorless mouthful of grit. It's just like, spit it out. They should have saved their time and saved their money and just put out quality content every year or two, come out with a brand new show. Like Mandalorian came out, that was great. And then like 7 or 8 new things came out. Like, oh, okay, wait, I can't catch up, slow down. There's too many things. They just come out with something cool every 2 or 3 years and then market it and hype it up. Everyone would stay subscribed, but you can't just like, let's just keep pumping out content because we're scared people are going to cancel their subs. I think it's ugh. All right. So any questions now? Make sure you are in Pro Plus, everybody, before we go. You got to be in there tonight or DD bans will be lost to you. And if you ask people what are the DD bans, they're not allowed to tell you that's essentially bannable. So you can't be like, hey, can you tell me the DD bans? I'm just pro, yada, yada. Nobody's allowed to do that. It's actually not only pro, it's actually against regulatory because you're not allowed to distribute derived data
to others by circumventing data entitlement. So essentially, we'd have to kick you out if we caught you giving out the info and stuff. But anyway, we want you guys to make sure you have it. It's all automated. We're all about automation here. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go do some work this morning to get this launch going. No trades to me today. Just chilling. Taking it easy. Float failure happens. I usually like to sit out on days like this. It will be random. Trust me on that. You see some downside today. Okay, but watch this. There's equal probability this day closes green. We don't know. Flow failures are weird. They showed the market is destabilized briefly on a selling pressure that overwhelms structure. From here, it's anybody's ball game. There are bulls waiting to buy dip. There are bears waiting to sell a high. I let days like this play out. We're sitting on triple B as well. It's a volatility measurement. We need to be below that for the nice clean bull market to come back. Being above that, it's going to be overshooting pivots and choppy markets. As we said from the first moment the market opens, choppy, overshoot pivots, and irrational. I didn't do anything, sat out. Great choice because the market, a little trickery today, but I avoided any loss, and so that's pretty good. The new show, Ashaka, is entirely written by one of the old writers. Oh yeah, that's the new one. I saw the ads for it. Does Lifetime has to do nothing different? Let's sort of know. Lifetime is all good, but you will need a broker account to have it automated on the platform. I need data feeds from the broker. What I think about tomorrow? I think tomorrow back to rallying as long as it doesn't collapse today. Yep.